Hey bitches, welcome to episode 4 of Roll for Girl Dinner, where we let the dice answer the age-old question, what should we have for dinner? Today we'll be using these dice. If you know, you know. Let's get started by rolling for protein. 6. Smoked salmon. This is from Seattle Fish Guys, and it is absolutely delicious. Great start. On to cheese! 5. Gruyere. Today I've got this Dietz & Walton Gruyere cheese, and I don't know how to go with the salmon, but it's great on its own. I'm tempted to just eat the entire block, but this'll do for now. On to vegetables. 6. Double broccoli. Alright, well, I do like broccoli, and yes, I eat it raw all the time, but this is going to need a really good dipping sauce to justify this much broccoli. Next up, carrier. 5. Flackers. In other words, flaxseed crackers of the savory variety, and I am never sad to see these come up. These are one of my favorite things. Flackers, I am your biggest fan. If anyone else thinks they are, you can fight me. Time for some Razzle Dazzle. That's a 4 for Mama Lil's peppers and a 16 for Mama Lil's green beans. Mama Lil's, what's up? I had these in a restaurant once and it took me forever to figure out what they were. And then I discovered that the menu actually just said what they were and I could have known all along, but they're delicious. I love them. These green beans I have never had before. They're pickled in spicy brine and I have had the asparagus variety and those are delicious. So we'll see how these are. Also, it seems like I can't really get away from green beans on this, can I? Maybe I should be calling this Roll for Green Beans. No, Roll for Girl Dinner has a much better ring to it. And now for some sauce. 3. Mayonnaise. We will, of course, be using Kewpie mayo because it is the best mayo, but I'm not sure that that's going to really do anything for helping scarf down all of this broccoli. Well, here we go. At least today's meal actually has some flavor in it. Gonna start with these green beans, of course, and they are delicious. Mama Lil's, I never doubted you for a second. Now let's see if this mayonnaise can improve the broccoli, considering that I have no idea what else to put it on. The answer is, no. Alright, moving on. Time to assemble some nice little bites. I'm going to start with the Flackers, smoked salmon, and Gruyere cheese, just to see how the three of them combine. Unfortunately, I think for some reason the Flackers kind of minimize the taste of both the salmon and the cheese. So let's try this again with the Flackers, the cheese, and the peppers. Because while these are mild in spice, they are mighty in flavor. So I think it's going to come through a lot better. And yep, that works. One more little bite combination to try. We're going to go ahead and do the cheese, the pepper, and the smoked salmon. Without the flacker, hopefully all of these flavors will come through, and I think they should mesh nicely. And yep, we have a winner. All right, time to tackle this broccoli. I did consider doing this just dinosaur time style, but I don't think that's necessary because I do just actually like broccoli. Yes, even raw broccoli. Now, if this weren't a lazy girl dinner, I would absolutely saute this up with these Mama Lil peppers, and I think that would be fantastic. And you know, maybe in the future I do a version of this where it's rolling for throwing a bunch of shit in a pan and cooking it as a stir fry. For now, this girl dinner gets a 7 out of 10. While there were no individual elements in it that I disliked, together it was just mediocre.
This is my meal. I call this girl dinner. Girl dinner. Girl dinner. Girl dinner.